Yeah, get it started. We'll play the music, but didn't want to get no copyright strike. Like Jesus say, I'm the realest dude in it. You already know. You know, there's consequence behind people acting. You know, all that lovey dovey, buddy, and all that stuff. It's cool. Hey, I ain't dropping nothing. I'm, I'm steady big. I'm steady putting feet on the neck. No, I ain't letting it go. Because the reason why you got to get to a point to where you can't really let stuff go because people never learn. You know, sometimes it's good to not bury the hatchet because you got to understand people do not learn behind their actions. If you forgive them once or twice, you're gonna do it again. You know, not saying that I don't forgive people, but it comes to a point you can't forget. You can forgive, but you can't forget of the issues that go on. So you gotta let them suffer a little. You gotta let them, understand the reason of their mistakes and what they do. Because some people act like they know not what they do. So when it come down to it, hey, you just gotta learn the hard way. You know, and it's a lot of beef in sectors. It's a lot of beef in life. And for the people that know, me personally, me and one of my partners, we had it out over a situation. Personally, in my opinion, I think it was petty. You know, it was some stuff that was worth him actually talking to me because when it come down to it, it's not like you're just a stranger. It's not like you just some regular old friend. It's one of my best friends. So when it came down to it, it was like literally, misunderstanding. Basically, and so many without going into it, there was a lot of he say, she say stuff. And shout out Tampa Supreme, thank you, brother. But it was a lot of he say, she say stuff in regards to what happened instead of dealing with the facts. Because if we were dealing with the facts, there was an understanding right then and there. You know, if someone's close to you, that's like a family member, like your brother. If you look at somebody as your brother, that's how I looked at him. We both, I thought we looked at each other brothers because we were so close. If anybody say something about me doing something, the first thing I do is directly confront that person because I guess that's what type of person I am. And I've done that. Even in this space, when somebody says something trying to put my name in dirt, I directly confronted them. You know, even if they didn't answer the phone or didn't answer the phone, if I got a chance to, I try to do things off panel. But if I have to, I would directly confront you on the panel if I don't have your number personally, and I will give you my number personally so we can try to have a discussion. If that all else fails, then I'm just going to confront you on the panels, and it is what it is. But when it come down to people, they always want to be the victim. That's what I always get out of a lot of situations with people. They always want to be the victim, And so when it comes down to it, and make sure everybody in the chat all, like each other page, go over and join. Um, Shay in the building, Queen Miss Sunkiss in the building, Tampa, Swoop in the building. Everybody go over there, Boss Lady. Everybody go over and, hit each other page up. Matter of fact, let me go make sure everybody We back. We good. Just trying to make sure everybody had their benches, so they can go over to everybody's channel. But I do follow a lot of good. There you go. All right. So when it come down to it, everybody got a lot of good channels, and I go over check everybody's channel out. You know, meditating. Uh, keeping up with the politics. So, but when it come down to it, like I say, I don't take my foot off of people's neck when it comes to stuff like that because you was wrong. And all it takes is a phone call or a discussion to handle things the mature, proper way. You know, I really don't go at women for getting in their feelings a lot because a lot of women are emotional, and I take that for what it is. We do need emotional females to, garner our kids until they get to a certain age to be an adult. Especially with the young girls, they need to be emotional. They need to be loving, hugging, soft. Nobody wants a hard woman. I'm just upfront. I mean, aside from this conversation, like I said, I don't like doing the gender topics, but but when it comes down to it, the men, I always go at them because even if you didn't have your daddy, you you around men that tell you what is the law. And like they say about the law of the land, you gotta accept it. You know right from wrong. You And why I got people here, here we go Gino. What's going on, man? Hey, I gotta get you. Oh, Gino, got you good, But my thing is this: I will stay petty because I know my phone's gonna drop a little bit when I get up here if you get the rope on top of it. Drop here. I told you I'd be driving. But yeah, man, I stay petty because when it come down to it, a lot of people take kindness for a weakness. And when you take that kindness for a weakness, that's what always happens. When you take kindness for weakness, that's what always happens. You gotta stay petty. You know? And amongst other things, Queen in the building. I see Cut Dog. I see you over there. But at the same time, like I say, people gotta understand there's consequences behind their actions. So when you're out here, acting like P. Diddy, dancing around and making a fool of yourself, and when you come back to reality, that situation did happen. Yeah, you was out there wilding. You might have said some things you didn't need to say, but hey, I'm gonna take it personal because, like they say, drunk man tell the truth. A drunk man and a kid, I always tell the truth. So, wherever you in your state of mind in which you feel like you want to get in your feelings, shout it out. I'm listening in here. But when you want to get in your feelings and shout it out, that's just what it is, you know. And a lot of people they don't have no directions. Even, I was just talking to one of my friends yesterday. The hardest thing for this person to do was say I'm sorry, and this is the bad part. You need this person. You literally need this person, but you can't say you're sorry because you got too much pride. Pride is hurting a lot of people. Your your principles and morals. A lot of people been going through life with the worst principles and morals, and it got them nowhere. But they stand on it because that's what they think that makes them know. You need to change the game. You know, hey, Mike don't need to play football. You need to play basketball. You might need to go look at the rule books because something's going on. You're not winning, you know. And this ain't coming from no personal. I know the person that probably look at this, they probably say, "Oh, you talk about me." That's how they do when they go to church and the pastor say something, and it's always, yeah, we had this conversation. I told the pastor this or this, or I feel like the pastor talking about me. Hey, it might be about you, might not, but you got to get out your feelings about that situation. But in the end, man, it just is what it is. People got to do better in life. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to it, you can't sit up here and go tit for tat. Hey, amend it. Hey, you made a mistake. Hey, own up to it. A lot of people stand on it so long, they forget about why they're mad or why they had the situation. They just think let time heal all wounds. No, I'm a person that pull the scab off and cut that wound back open so I can remember. I'm petty like that. You know, one of my partners now keep pushing me to holler at my other partner and say, no, no, I'm not going back there. He like, never. I say, hey, I ain't gonna say never because you never say never, but at the same time, no, not right now. Not right now. I give it a couple of years because when it come down to it, a lot of people be on some crazy stuff. You know, they really do think that your actions does not have consequences. A lot of people really do think that they always because they got batteries in their back. Some people got batteries in their back, you know, physically and mentally. Physically, you got somebody putting the batteries in your back for you. Mentally, you fighting that struggle in your head with yourself. And nobody wants to go through these talks. Nobody wants to have this conversation. Nobody really wants to, when it comes down to it, go seek some help. You know, Mentally, man, it's a lot of people. They always looking at the world against them, but they not looking at the stuff that they do to the world. You know, and this coming from a side to where you really, really have did some destruction on your life, but you see it as everybody else holding you back. You got to get that stuff together, man. Like mentally, a lot of people are not ready for a mature relationship. A lot of people are mentally not ready for, just anything because they struggle with the bare minimum. They struggle with the bare minimum of just, common courtesy to people. Jay Bones, what's going on, man? Chat, man. Clement, what's going on, man? Trying to make sure everybody got their wrenches so they can check each other channels out, you know. And like I say, man, I always follow good channels. I always, share out people links. Say, hey, J Bones, man, when you gonna start your channel up, man? I want to go ahead and promote your channel real big, man. You got a lot of information, man. But you know, I always promote people's channel, and I always tell people go check out everybody else's channel, man. Be amazed what's going on. Hey, man, I gotta resub to your channel because I never get your notification. I seen that video you did about Ramel and Kevin. I never seen it. I've been sub to you, man. Like it's YouTube, man. I'll just say the least. 'Cause every time I pull up on people's channel, man, I'm always sharing. I'm always, coming over there, looking at videos, checking out the information. You learn a lot. Sometimes you might not learn that much. You might learn a little, but the point of it is, it's the thought that counts. A lot of people just don't take the time out and actually watch the video and see what people are talking about. But like I'm getting into, man, it's just a lot of pettiness going on with people. They will sit here and think you're supposed to worship or be like the best friend or understand the situation. Nah, bro, I'm not in your head. I'm not in your head. I don't live your life. I only go off of what I see and what you tell me. Right? Sure. But the crazy part is a lot of people really don't know how to be a friend because you've always been done wrong. So this is the mindset that you have to treat people as the way people treated you. And that's always going to be a failed result in that instance, because when it come down to it, just like I say, there are men out here that really truly don't know how to be a man. And I keep saying this. When it come down to men who say, well, I had my father in your life, that's not enough. You need uncles. You need, men at church, deacons. You need, coaches. You need good friends, best friends, older friends. I tell people I hang around with a group of guys I play cards with. Just started dealing with them when I got one of my new jobs I used to work at back in the day. And those guys, 50 plus, they talk about so many things. One of my boys, Ken, he was the youngest. He was 49, and I'm 30. I'm 39. 10-year difference. He's like, man, now I ain't the youngster no more. Get your little young butt in here so we can school. And when it come down to it, man, those older men, they always talk to me, tell me situations, even though it's crazy about some situations they going through and I go through that, it differ a little bit, but I feel like I come out on top. I ain't gonna speak on that, but it's old way of thinking. The mentality, the mindset. I grew up around a whole bunch of men that carried themselves a certain way. So, what? Yeah, the wisdom being transferred, man. Because when it's all said and done, I will sit here and take bad information and know not to go down a dark alley. I will take that bad information, know not to do drugs because of certain side effects. What things that hinder my life in the future by drinking too much, DUIs and everything else. Partying a little bit too hard, not being able to go home and things of that nature. You know, there's wisdom in a crackhead. There's wisdom in a homeless person. I've talked to homeless people several times in my life. The struggles of them, not all of them do drugs. A lot of them just, mentally couldn't take the pressure of life. It's like if you really start talking to most, there's a channel called Atlanta Street Interviews, and it's on YouTube. This guy interviews homeless people, and the craziness, like you hear a lot of these stories. Some of them pretty much are trying to get their life together, but some of them just mainly want money. But you hear the pain in most of those people the way they talk. Like it's crazy, and that's the whole thing. They got the world on their shoulders and they don't know how to deal with it. End up being homeless, just situations put them in this, they got to get out. I heard 50 Cent once say, if he had an issue, who he gonna go get himself? And I was like, whoa, he don't have nobody. Don't know his dad. Mom passed when he was young. Live with his grandma, granddad. They gone. He might got uncles and stuff like that he can talk to, but you know, the position he's in, a lot of people gonna want him for his money. They only want to benefit information to him by the money. Frank, what's going on, man? Another good channel. Shout out to Frank, what's going on? Make sure you got your But like I say, man, it just when it come down to it, man, we gotta do better, you know. And even to the point, man, everybody in here, y'all can drop y'all links, man. Y'all got riches, drop your links. People look out, sub to the channel. I promote a lot of channels anyway, so I don't mind when people drop their links. You can come in, drop your links. I'm gonna try to set up this night bot to where people, just throw a phrase out there and it drops the link for them like everybody else's channel. But hey man, I support a lot of channels because, at the same time, I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody get a check off of YouTube. If I can help you hit 1,000, I can help you hit, five or something like that. I'm going. Because we all need support, helping each other, throughout this YouTube journey. A lot of people have great content that they put out to help people. And a lot of people, just have the funny videos. A lot of people just, have somebody to talk to on here. You go live, hey, this could be friends on the internet. The whole pen pal experience times 10 from back in the day from a lot of people don't remember. Had a pen pals when you was young in school. Hey, it's on 10 now because you actually get the video chat, see the person versus just writing that letter. So like I say, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. It's just a mindset, man. That's why I keep going back to. A lot of people got to change their mindset, and dealing with situations. It is what it is, you know. So that's about it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here, but I'm gonna start doing more money videos, man. Start get back into my insurance. Almond Brown, I still got a video to do for her. Dealing with conventional loans compared to new construction. Personally, I was explaining to her as far as a new construction in America, you got to watch those contracts with those developers, because what a developer does, their main objective is to sell their house and make sure you don't back out of the deal. So, when it comes down to it, that's their biggest thing, is to try to get the things that benefit them on their side. But, like I said, I'm going to go more into it on another video. But like I say, shout out to people that's in the building. See, Swoop just went live. And everybody go check her out. Swoop like me. She's top. Go in there and check her out. But like I say, till next time, and always, we here. We gone.